The South China Sea is a vital artery for global trade with trillions of dollars in goods passing through its shipping lanes each year. These routes link Asia's factories to markets worldwide, making stability here a global concern. Beneath the waves lie vast reserves of oil, gas, and some of the world's richest fishing grounds, resources crucial for Southeast Asian economies. Millions depend on these waters for food and livelihoods, making control over them a matter of national survival. Strategically, the sea is a military choke point, connecting the Pacific and Indian Oceans. For the US, freedom of navigation is a top security priority. For China, it's a gateway to project power. This convergence of economic, resource and military interests makes the South China Sea a flashpoint for competition and potential conflict. Multiple countries, China, the Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, and Taiwan, have overlapping claims. Each sees its claim as a matter of sovereignty and national pride. These disputes are not just lines on a map, they're deeply felt issues with real economic stakes. The result is a tense, crowded environment where maps, narratives, and international law collide. The outcome of this contest will shape the region's future, and the world's. The South China Sea is more than water, it's a global crossroads where power, law, and identity intersect. China's claim to the South China Sea is symbolized by a sweeping U-shaped line on its maps. First published in 1947, this 9-dash line encompasses nearly the entire sea, based on what Beijing calls historical rights. After 1949, the communist government adopted and modified the line, removing 2 dashes as a gesture to North Vietnam. The line's ambiguity, whether it claims islands, waters, or both, has allowed China to assert its claim without direct confrontation. The 9-dash line cuts deep into the exclusive economic zones, EEZs, of the Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, and Brunei, disregarding international law. Under UNCLOS, EEZs extend 200 nautical miles from a country's coast, granting special rights to resources. China's claim directly conflicts with these zones, challenging the global rules it has ratified. The 9-dash line is more than a map feature. It's the legal and ideological basis for China's assertive actions, from chasing fishermen to building military outposts. This line is at the heart of the region's most dangerous dispute. In August 2023, China escalated its claims by releasing a new map, now with a 10-dash line, adding a dash east of Taiwan. This move reinforced Beijing's claim over Taiwan and signaled expanding ambitions. The new map alarmed neighbors and was swiftly rejected by the Philippines, Malaysia, Vietnam, India, and Taiwan. For China, the map is more than a drawing. It's a tool to shape public opinion and legitimize its claims at home and abroad. The 10-dash line is now taught in schools, embedded in official documents, and promoted as the definitive border. This strategy, known as lawfare, uses maps and legal arguments to create new realities and normalize China's expansive claims. By repeatedly publishing the map, Beijing aims to make its version of history seem inevitable. The 10-dash line challenges the post-World War II order based on international law, not historical might. It's a patient, long-term campaign to shift global perceptions. The battle over maps is a battle for the future of the region. In 2013, the Philippines took China to court under UNCLOS, seeking clarity on maritime rights, not sovereignty over islands. China refused to participate, claiming the tribunal had no jurisdiction. Despite the boycott, the Permanent Court of Arbitration ruled in 2016. China's historic rights within the 9-dash line have no legal basis. The tribunal found that features like Mischief Reef belong to the Philippines' continental shelf, and condemned China's interference with Filipino fishing and oil exploration. China rejected the ruling, calling it waste paper, and there's no mechanism to enforce it. Yet, the award provides a powerful legal and moral foundation for the Philippines and other claimants. It reframes the dispute as a clear violation of international law, not just a clash of narratives. The 2016 Arbitral Award is now central to Manila's diplomatic and legal strategy. It's a landmark in international maritime law. The ruling transformed the debate and strengthened the Philippines' hand. The legal victory remains a cornerstone in the ongoing struggle. In late 2024, the Philippines launched its own new standard map, a direct response to China's 10-line. This was a strategic move, not just a routine update. The map is grounded in international law and the 2016 Arbitral Award, not ambiguous history. Developed by legal, diplomatic, and scientific experts, it clearly delineates the country's maritime entitlements. The map is now used in government offices, embassies, and schools, shaping national identity and consensus. It's a proactive step. Manila is no longer just reacting to China, but defining the debate. The message is clear. This is our territory under international law, and this is the map we stand by. The Philippines is asserting its agency and rights in the face of a powerful neighbor. The new Philippine map stands out for its strict adherence to international law, especially UNCLOS. It precisely marks the 200 nautical mile EEZ and extended continental shelf, leaving no ambiguity. The map labels the waters as the West Philippine Sea, directly challenging China's preferred name. Naming is an act of sovereignty. Embedding West Philippine Sea asserts the Philippines' claim and identity. The map incorporates details from the 2016 Arbitral Award, identifying features like Mischief Reef as part of the Philippine continental shelf. This turns a legal victory into a visible, everyday reality. Unlike China's vague lines, the Philippine map is transparent and precise, showing exactly what Manila claims and why. This clarity is a diplomatic asset, making it easier for allies to support the Philippines' position. The map is a tool for education, diplomacy, and international advocacy. It's a visual statement of law-based order in the region. These maps are more than lines, they're declarations of sovereignty and national identity. For the Philippines, the West Philippine Sea is vital for security, food, and energy. Millions rely on its fish stocks, and its seabed may hold crucial oil and gas reserves. China's 10-line threatens these interests, with Chinese vessels blocking Filipino fishermen and disrupting resource exploration. The dispute isn't abstract, it affects livelihoods and the nation's future. If China's claims prevail, it sets a precedent that might make right, undermining the global rules that protect smaller nations. The Battle of Maps is a test for the international order. Supporting the Philippines is about defending principles that ensure global stability. The outcome will shape not just the region, but the world's approach to law and power. The stakes are real, and the consequences far-reaching. The Philippines' new map drew strong support from allies like the United States, which reaffirmed its defense commitments. Australia, Japan, and the UK also backed Manila, seeing the map as a stand for a rules-based order. These countries have increased security cooperation, conducting joint exercises and helping the Philippines patrol its waters. China, predictably, condemned the map as illegal and escalated its aggressive tactics at sea. Within ASEAN, reactions were mixed. Some claimants welcomed Manila's move privately, but public statements remained cautious. Non-claimant states with close ties to China stayed silent, exposing divisions in the bloc. The lack of ASEAN unity forces the Philippines to rely more on external allies. The region remains tense, with confrontations at sea and diplomatic battles on land. The new map hasn't changed China's behavior, but it has shifted the narrative. The struggle for the South China Sea is now a global contest for rules, rights, and resolve. Looking ahead, the Philippines is pursuing a three-pronged strategy: deterrence, diplomacy, and dialogue. Deterrence means modernizing its military and deepening alliances, especially with the US, to raise the costs of Chinese aggression. Joint patrols and security cooperation are set to increase. Diplomatically, Manila will use its new map and the 2016 ruling to rally international support and isolate China. The goal is to win the battle for global opinion and uphold a rules-based maritime order. Dialogue remains open, but only if China acknowledges the 2016 Arbitral Award, a condition Beijing rejects. Communication channels are vital to prevent crises, even as core disputes remain unresolved. The standoff is a marathon, not a sprint, with continued friction and the risk of escalation. The future hinges on the resolve of the Filipino people, the strength of alliances, and the world's commitment to law. The contest between the Philippine map and the 10-line will define the region's destiny.